When spring arrives in Amsterdam, the city transforms in the most magical way. Canals begin to sparkle under the gentle sun, tulips burst into a riot of color along every bridge and windowsill, and the air itself seems to hum with new life and possibility. The city shakes off the last traces of winter, and everywhere you look, there's a sense of anticipation, as if Amsterdam is waking up from a long, beautiful dream. The scent of fresh blooms drifts through the parks, and locals and visitors alike fill the streets, eager to soak up every golden ray of sunshine. It's a time when the city feels alive with energy, laughter, and the promise of adventure. For years I dreamed of this trip, imagining myself wandering along the famous canals, gazing at endless fields of tulips stretching towards the horizon, and feeling the unique pulse of Amsterdam in springtime. It was a vision that had lived in my mind, growing brighter with every passing year. Arriving on a golden August morning, I felt that dream come alive in every sense. The city greeted me with open arms, its streets bathed in soft sunlight, and the gentle hum of bicycles and laughter echoing through the air. The tall, narrow houses leaned together like old friends, basking in the warmth, their reflections dancing on the water. It was as if I'd stepped into a storybook, each page more enchanting than the last. My goal was simple: experience the Netherlands not just as a tourist snapping photos, but as someone who truly belonged, blending into the rhythm of daily life and becoming part of the landscape itself. An electric bicycle became my ticket to freedom, fast enough to let me explore every hidden corner, yet slow enough to savor the sights, sounds, and scents of spring. With every turn of the pedals, I felt more connected to the city and its people. With a map in my pocket, a heart full of excitement, and the wind in my hair, I set out from Amsterdam, ready to pedal into the countryside where the legendary tulips grow in wild, vibrant rows. The city was just the beginning. The real adventure awaited in the fields beyond, where the colors of spring paint the landscape in every shade imaginable. As I pedaled further, I realized I was about to write my own story, one filled with the vibrant colors, scents, and dreams of Dutch spring, a memory I'd carry with me forever. My adventure began on a bright morning in Amsterdam, as the first rays of sunlight danced across the city's famous canals. The air was crisp, filled with the gentle hum of early risers and the distant clatter of bicycle wheels on cobblestones. There's a special kind of magic in Amsterdam at dawn. The city feels both peaceful and alive, as if it's quietly preparing for the day ahead. Eager to explore, I made my way to a cozy neighborhood bike shop, where rows of colorful bikes lined the sidewalk. I picked out a brilliant blue e-bike, its frame gleaming in the morning light, promising both style and speed for my journey. The friendly shop owner greeted me with a warm smile and offered a quick demonstration. He explained how the e-bike worked: just pedal as usual, and whenever you need a little help, the motor quietly kicks in, giving you a gentle boost. It felt like having a secret superpower, ready to make every ride smoother. Soon I was gliding along the canals, the city unfolding around me. The gentle whir of the motor blended with the soft splash of water and the distant chatter of locals. I felt instantly at home, my pace syncing perfectly with Amsterdam's easygoing rhythm. As I pedaled, iconic canal boats drifted by, their reflections shimmering in the water. The cheerful ring of my bike bell joined the city's morning soundtrack, a playful note in the symphony of daily life. Each bridge I crossed and every cobbled street I explored revealed something new: rows of gabled houses, windows overflowing with bright flowers, and locals cycling past with a friendly nod or wave. The city felt welcoming, as if inviting me to become part of its story. Whenever the path sloped upward, the e-bike's motor made every incline effortless. Instead of struggling, I could simply enjoy the scenery, soaking in the beauty of Amsterdam's unique blend of history and modern life. As I ventured beyond the city center, the landscape began to change. Parks and gardens appeared, their greenery and refreshing contrast completely beyond the sea. The air felt fresher, and the sounds of the city faded into birds singing across the mountains. The canals, ever present, guided me, their winding path leading to a beautiful countryside. It felt like following the sea, only the waves and the Leaving the city behind, I crossed a final bridge and entered the Dutch countryside. The air was fresher, the sky wider, and the only sounds were birds and the gentle rustle of reeds. A family of ducks glided along a quiet canal, and in the distance, a windmill turned slowly. The landscape was flat and open, dotted with charming farmhouses and grazing cows. My e-bike made the journey smooth, letting me soak in every detail without fatigue. I listened to the hum of my tires and the symphony of nature all around. Each farmhouse and field felt like a scene from a classic painting. The city faded from memory as I pedaled deeper into this peaceful world. This was the authentic Holland I'd hoped to find, simple, beautiful, and serene. Ahead, the promise of tulip fields pulled me forward. I was ready for the colors I'd traveled so far to see. Suddenly, a streak of red appeared on the horizon, a hint of what was to come. It was as if the earth itself had been painted with a single bold brushstroke, promising something extraordinary just ahead. The anticipation in the air was almost tangible, and I felt a sense of wonder building with every turn of my pedals. My heart raced as I pedaled closer, the color growing into a vast field of tulips. The closer I got, the more the landscape transformed, shifting from simple countryside to a spectacle of nature's artistry. Each push forward brought new details into focus, the delicate shapes of petals, the subtle variations in hue, and the gentle sway of flowers in the breeze. Soon, red was joined by yellow, purple, pink, orange, and white, an endless mosaic of color. The field seemed to stretch on forever, each row a different shade, creating a patchwork that looked almost unreal from above. It was a living rainbow, more vibrant and alive than anything I had ever seen. The landscape became a living painting, more vibrant than any photo could capture. Sunlight danced across the petals, making the colors shimmer and shift with every passing cloud. It was a scene that no camera could truly do justice, a masterpiece that had to be experienced in person. I stopped to take it all in, overwhelmed by the sheer scale and beauty. The silence was profound, broken only by the distant hum of bees and the soft rustle of leaves. For a moment, time seemed to stand still, and I felt completely present, lost in the wonder of it all. Neat rows of tulips stretched as far as I could see, each color humming with energy. The precision of the planting was mesmerizing, and the repetition of color created a hypnotic effect. It was as if the fields themselves were alive, pulsing with the energy of spring. I cycled slowly along the fields, savoring every moment in this breathtaking wonderland. The gentle rhythm of my bike matched the peacefulness of the scene, and I felt a deep sense of gratitude for being able to witness such beauty firsthand. The air was still, the colors intense, and the world felt simple and beautiful. There was a sense of calm that settled over everything, as if the fields themselves were inviting me to slow down and simply be. I reached out to touch a petal, soft, cool, and real. The sensation grounded me, reminding me that this was not a dream, but a moment I would remember forever. After years of dreaming, I was finally there, surrounded by nature's masterpiece. The journey, the anticipation, and the beauty all came together in this single, unforgettable experience. This was happiness in its purest form. In that moment, I felt a connection to the land, to the flowers, and to the countless others who had come here seeking the same sense of wonder. I knew the rest of my day would be unforgettable, as I rode on and carried the memory of the tulip fields with me, a reminder of the magic that can be found in the simplest moments. Surrounded by tulips, I pedaled slowly through a rainbow brought to life. Yellow fields basked in sunlight on one side, deep purple on the other, a living ocean of color. Each variety was unique, pointed petals, fringed edges, stripes of every hue. I stopped often for photos, knowing they'd never capture the magic of being there. A gentle breeze set the tulips swaying, a wave of color rolling across the land. I felt part of this living spectacle, not just an observer. The freedom of the e-bike let me explore every path, from main routes to quiet, hidden tracks. Each turn revealed a new palette, fiery reds, cool blues, soft pinks. The journey was a constant discovery, a feast for the senses. Hours slipped by as I wandered this colorful maze. Every second was a treasure. My e-bike was the unsung hero of this adventure. The bulb region is vast, and a regular bike would have left me exhausted. The e-bike's gentle boost made every kilometer effortless, letting me explore without worry. I could focus on the tulips, the birds, and the sun on my skin, not on tired legs. It was like having a supportive friend, always ready to help. The freedom from fatigue meant I could say yes to every detour and hidden path. Whether you're young or old, experienced or new, the e-bike makes this journey possible for everyone. It's the great equalizer, unlocking the full magic of the tulip fields. For me, it turned a wonderful trip into a perfect one. I wouldn't do it any other way. This journey was a feast for every sense. The colors dazzled my eyes, but the countryside's sounds and scents completed the experience. Birds sang overhead, a distant tractor hummed, and the wind whispered through millions of tulip leaves. The quiet hum of my e-bike and the crunch of gravel under my tires created a peaceful soundtrack. The air was filled with a subtle, sweet fragrance, fresh, green, and floral. Each breath was refreshing, a reminder of the life blooming all around. The cool breeze on my face and the sun's warmth on my arms made every moment vivid. Touching a tulip petal connected me directly to this world of color. All these sensations blended into a memory I could feel, not just see. It was an experience that lingered long after the ride was over. Pedaling through the tulip fields, I felt deeply connected to Dutch culture and nature. Tulips are more than flowers here. They're a national symbol, rooted in history and pride. Seeing farmers tending the fields reminded me of the generations who shaped this landscape. Cycling felt like joining a Dutch tradition, moving at a human pace, truly part of the land. Out here, surrounded by millions of blooms, I reconnected with the rhythms of nature. It was a humbling, peaceful experience. A lesson in gratitude and simplicity. Travel, I realized, is about more than seeing new places. It's about understanding and connecting. Sometimes, the simplest moments, sun on your face, color all around, are the most profound. As the sun dipped low, painting the fields gold, my day drew to a close. I cycled back toward Amsterdam, heart full of the beauty I'd witnessed. The tulips glowed even brighter in the late light, a final gift from the countryside. This journey was more than I'd hoped for, a reminder to seek beauty and embrace new experiences. I invite you to find your own adventure, whether near or far. Rent a bike, follow a path, and let yourself be surprised. The world is full of wonder, waiting to be discovered at a slower pace. As I returned my blue e-bike, I felt a deep, peaceful happiness. The memory of cycling through a sea of tulips is a treasure I'll keep forever. Go find your own field of color. The journey will be worth it.